Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our next episode of the Power Up Happy Hour. This is Ricky.
This is Ben.
It's Raj.
And this is Saber.
And today we are going to get into our history of video games and the stuff that we played growing up. And as always, let's begin with the cheer. Bing. I'm always scared that y'all are going to spill beer on my laptop.
It's going to shatter.
If I was a bet, it'd be Raj.
You have a bad the first time.
Yeah.
There goes our podcasting career down the drain. First thing I want to get into is the systems that we grew up on. Because I feel like we all grew up on different systems. For instance, I'll go down my list right away. It's Game Boy, then it goes to Sega Genesis, then it goes to PlayStation, the box, not like the first original
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
The gray one?
Yeah, the gray one. Then from there, it went to... That's when I switched to Xbox. And then, because Halo came out, that's what made me switch to Xbox. So I went from like Xbox 360, Xbox One. But I always went back and forth between, like, I always had at least the PlayStation as well. Like, that was the thing I bought later on. But Ben, what about you?
Oh, my list is pretty long. So I started with, my first one was actually an OG Atari.
White privilege.
Good God.
That one was actually like my parents, and my dad found it and kind of handed it down to me. And that's what, so I got started. The first stuff I was playing was
What
like
did
the
you play
original
on that?
Pong, Pac-Man.
I was
Like
curious.
those are like the systems, like Galaga, they were on that. A lot of the like famous like old 80s-esque arcade games were on that system.
I bet you had a blast playing Galaga, though.
Oh god, it was so much. I spent
Galaga's fun.
It's fun.
hours doing that. And then after that, I got the NES, SNES, had a Sega Genesis, moved on, got a PS1, or Game Boy was in there, PS1, then next I guess would have been the Sega Dreamcast. Such an underrated system, so ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Just no good games came out for it. Like, why would you launch a new Sega console and
That
not
was the
come
problem
out
with it.
with a Sonic game? Like,
Yeah.
that's your flagship series. But anyways, then I stayed with PlayStation. I went with PlayStation 2. Halo, yeah, same. It drugged me into getting into Xbox. At that point, then I've pretty much had an Xbox or a PlayStation. I had a GameCube. The Wii kind of.
Oh,
got me out
no,
of
the
it, though.
3DS. 3DS.
I just recently got the
Yeah.
3DS about a year ago.
Forgot about
No, I think Rick was talking about himself.
Oh yeah. Well,
No,
same.
so I actually had a 3DS, traded in, then I got another 3DS. for
Yeah.
some reason.
It was the same one.
I got the 25th Pokemon anniversary one. That's the only reason why I got one. Because I could get that Charizard plate on it. And then, now I have the Xbox One S, PS4, 3DS. Talking about getting a Switch so I can play Zelda.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just to recap, you've had every video game system in existence. You could have just said
I
that.
never had an N64.
Oh my God.
One of the most
Neither did
well-liked
I.
systems of our childhood.
Never had a 64.
Never had a 64.
These fools,
Yeah, well, obviously, being a real millennial, I
Preach.
started off with the Game Boy. From that, my first ever system was the N64, and I remember opening it. Till this day, it was like the greatest day of my life.
I feel you.
It's just the best system to
It
me.
is.
But even before that, the first system I ever played was the NES, and it was my cousin's. And I thought that was the newest thing in that day, like going on. I was like, I had no idea this was released in '83. Like I'm over here like in '97, like trying to play this thing. Until then, I got the N64, and that was just a blast. From then on, I never got the PlayStation. I never got the Xbox. I had the GameCube for like the longest time.
That was a good
So
system.
That's a great
To me, that was the last good
that
Nintendo
was a
system.
really great system. Before that, I had a lot of Nintendo. I had the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy SP, the DS Lite. Little mini.
I remember
that little
those,
white one. Yeah. But the GameCube, I think GameCube behind the N64 was one of my favorite systems. The games on that are classic, man. Zelda.
We still play that now.
The Wind Waker, man. Yeah, it's such a good game. Melee, oh my god, right? And then I never got a regular Xbox. I got a PS2, and I played that for like the longest time. I had that.
That was a good
everywhere.
system.
Yeah, PS2 was a great system. Never had the PS3, and then I was like, I'll finally get an Xbox, and I got the Xbox 360. It was on my birthday. I had like broken my ankle. Playing basketball, but I got my Xbox at Circuit City. Do you remember Circuit City?
Oh man,
I miss it.
I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Them going out of business, I got so many good deals on shit.
But yeah, Xbox 360 ran its course for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Jesus. Sounds alright.
I had it for a long
that
time.
console series was about 10 years.
I still think Xbox 360 is better Xbox Live is better on Xbox 360 than it is on Xbox One. Xbox One's like Xbox Live.
Really?
I don't like the format of it. Like when you're playing multiplayer online. Like I remember playing Halo and everyone would talk online. No one talks these days and stuff like that. So that's where I really like the 360. And then I got a PS4 literally just like last year. Just like play
over Christmas, I remember.
Yeah. I need to get a Switch. So I'm waiting on that. What about you, Saber?
Yeah, so I started off with the N64, just like you.
Jesus, I feel old.
Yeah.
That was your first system?
I actually got the Best Buy right down the street, man.
Oh, you told me that.
I remember that day like it was yesterday. After that, got a Game Boy Color, then moved on to the GameCube.
Why you're Game Boy Colored, huh?
You know what? I had every Pokemon game on that Game Boy Color, man. After that, went to the GameCube. I also had like Melee, what else? Pokemon Coliseum, all that.
Pokemon Coliseum, that was a good game. Forgot about that one.
And then from the
Pokemon Snap.
From the GameCube, went on to Nintendo DS. I've never had any Xboxes. Any
Really?
Yeah, I just would always play them at a friend's house, but I never had them. From there, went to having a PS2. And then I ended up getting a PS3. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but currently I have a Nintendo Wii U, a Wii, a PS4.
Why do you have both?
What, the PS3?
No,
I had the PS3.
a Wii U and a Wii.
I got the Wii U only for Super Smash Bros. Because I knew no one was going to buy it. And I was like, I got money. I'll pay for it.
I had the Wii, and then my mom gave it to somebody in India. I came home one day. I was like, where's my Wii?
I can top that. My cousin, he went to Eritrea one time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he took his N64 with him. And his parents made him leave the N64.
I feel like my Game Boy's in India. I feel like my parents took it without me knowing.
God, these several countries jacking our games.
What was the first one of these like consoles you guys that you remember like buying with your own money?
Oh, the Xbox.
The Xbox.
The Xbox, yeah.
Mine would be the GameCube.
GameCube.
PS2.
Mine was also the GameCube. Like I was 13, I think, when it came out, 12 or 13. And I just remember we lived on a military base, and I worked at the grocery store there. And like obviously I was too young to actually work and be paid, but like they'd let you be like baggers, and like you get paid only on tips. And I remember I would go to the PX and I put that GameCube on layaway. And then I would go and I'd take my tips and walk over there every day and like put them on it. And I did that for like a couple months until I finally had it paid off. And I just remember taking it home and hooking it up that first day. I have never been so happy in my life.
What color was your GameCube?
I had the platinum one.
Oh,
me too.
Yeah. Man, I had the original purple.
I actually wanted the purple.
The
one.
purple? I know you wanted.
They have a Switch. They have a Switch that's coming out in the GameCube color.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it today. I
that'll
think
be pretty
IGN
cool.
posted it, or you can get it made that way. I don't know. I
Maybe
forgot.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, but I remember buying the original Xbox at Walmart because a lot of my family works at Walmart, so we get the employee discount.
Hey.
So my mom was like, I think I saved up a lot of like my money like doing chores around the house, and I was like, so how much is your discount? So I got the Xbox like that. But every other system before that was a Christmas gift.
Right.
I got my Game Boy as a Christmas gift. I got my Sega Genesis as a Christmas gift. I got it early.
Sega.
Exactly. And because I remember I saw a box under the tree and I tore it a little bit just to see what was in it. I was like, oh, I got a Sega. And I taped it back up. And then my parents came over like, who the hell? Like, what? It's like, Christmas is 2 weeks away. What's wrong with you? Like, just open it. I guess they were trying to punish me, but I didn't really care because I got my Sega. I got my
Best
Sega.
punishment ever.
I got my Sega Genesis early. But the thing with Nintendo and me was my cousins always had it. So we were always at their house playing either the regular Nintendo or the Super Nintendo one. So, or my neighbor had it, and that's why I never had Nintendo myself. Fun fact, if y'all don't know this, they just released the Disney collection on Xbox. It's like the old Disney video games that used to come out.
Oh, man.
And my cousins and I used to play Darkwing Duck a lot on Nintendo.
I remember that one.
And it's on that thing.
That one and the Lion King were
Raj, you don't know what that is, right?
I have no idea.
Man, they've talked about this in like 3 other podcasts, and I just stay silent for 5 minutes.
So the Darkwing, the Disney collection on Xbox is $20. I'm waiting for it to go on sale, even though it just came out. There's Darkwing Duck. There's DuckTales. There's there's Chippendales.
Duck Rogers.
And there's Tailspin.
Oh,
Tailspin. Yeah, those 4 games are on there. In my head, I'm like, I'm really debating if I should buy this or not. But my cousins and I used to always play. I do know they're thinking about making a classic SNES because they did the classic NES one, and Raj has that.
The mini one, yeah.
Yeah. If they do the classic SNES, I might buy that.
I think I'll buy that one
Yeah,
for
same.
sure.
Because as much
That
as
was
I
such a
love
good
Mario, I love Donkey Kong more.
That was
Donkey
yeah.
Kong
Donkey Kong
so
on Super
much
Nintendo
fun.
was the blast.
SNES was actually like a family thing for us. Like my mom and my sister would play that as well, and we would actually take turns playing like Donkey Kong and Mario and stuff on that in our living room. So it became like a family activity almost. So yeah, I would love to get another one of those.
That's where Mario was born, right? Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah, he was.
Technically, yeah.
So the original Donkey Kong game that was I had on the original Game Boy. Donkey Kong was the bad guy. He kidnapped Peach, and then Mario was the plumber that just ran up the thing
and hopped the barrels,
which was
That's all he
awesome.
did.
That game was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Sometimes those old games, even though they're so simple, are still like so entertaining.
Was that game on the normal like Game Boy, Donkey Kong?
Yeah,
That was like one of the first games, right?
yeah. No, it's just called Donkey Kong. Yeah,
No, on the Game Boy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm talking about. I had it on the Game Boy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the SNES.
No,
Oh,
the original like old school Donkey Kong where it's 8-bit and Donkey Kong's the bad guy was on Game Boy.
It was Game Boy and then like.
But it's
Tetris,
also
I remember those two.
it's also on the big, it's also on the big arcade system.
Yeah.
I think it's at that bar in Uptown too. But Saber, what was the first one you bought?
The first system that I bought?
Yeah.
It would have to be the GameCube. Yeah. I remember I was like maybe 10 or 11 years old. I'd saved up like 2 years worth of birthday money, and by then the GameCube was actually pretty cheap. Like it was really end of life. But yeah, I bought that, and the first game I had on that was Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Oh, nice.
You guys remember that?
That was such a good game.
Yeah.
I love those games.
See, like back then, I also didn't have cable, so Budokai 1 also had like this. It had the story plot, and then like they had the cut scenes from like each saga. So like that's how I watched my Dragon Ball Z was from Budokai 1. So man, and then
Why were their discs always small?
That was
That
pretty
was
cool
cool.
though, man. Pretty
That
cool.
was just
They're
a
trying to
Nintendo
stand
thing.
out.
Dude,
They
have
always
you
were
ever
different.
opened it like early and if you spin it?
oh my god, I would freak
The
out. I was like, I think I
PlayStation
broke
did that too.
it.
The PlayStation did
Stop.
that too.
I had that PS2, the one that like popped open just like the GameCube. You know, there was a slim one, and then there was the original
Right.
PS2.
Yeah.
PS2 or PS1?
PS2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That slim one was so bad.
The original one, yeah, it like
The
popped
original,
open like
the
that.
original one popped in and out. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had the
Oh,
button.
no, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about.
The slim one would always have problems though whenever you could just pop it open like the GameCube, because there were times where the disc just wouldn't read, and that's why I didn't play my PS2 as much.
Because I remember my PS2, I had it on top of our TV, which was in like this larger TV stand, and I was playing Final Fantasy VII. And
Classic.
oh, this is still traumatic to think about, but I was playing it, and I was like,
Ben's
if-
crying right now.
anyone who played that game, they understand and tried to do like the extra stuff, and remember trying to breed the white chocobo. That took forever. You had to breed so many other chocobos before you finally get it, and you only did this so you could like walk up some mountain and get a final weapon or a final limit break. I forgot exactly what you got for it, but I had finally gotten there, and I would finally bred the white chocobo. And my parents let the dogs in, and the dog came running in and hit my cord, knocked it off, broke my neck, and I hadn't even sold
Hold on.
FF7.
What are chords? Like,
This was back
For our
before
younger
wireless.
God. Those days were like gaming back then was such a struggle.
Man,
You
these
had to go
kids
to
nowadays
chan-
don't understand.
You had to go to channel 3.
Yep.
You had to
I forgot about that.
and like the whole myth about blowing in the cartridge
Oh god.
is
Everyone
hilarious
believed
because
it.
everyone did it.
Because
And
it worked. I
No,
don't
no,
care
no.
what it said.
But
It
it-
worked.
N64 worked.
It worked on my N64.
the funny thing
always.
was they're like
And
if you
NES.
if you pick up each of those like cartridges, it says "Do not blow."
I know.
It's
The funny thing is, I didn't know that till like, I think the PS2 had came out, and my little brother had read the back of it. He's like, it says you're not supposed to blow, and I was like, don't listen to that. I've been doing it for years.
I used like a blow dryer.
You used a blow
I
dryer?
was like, this takes forever.
Rod, what was the first one you bought?
Like I actually bought was the PS2, and I remember getting that just like you getting money, but obviously I didn't have enough, so I was like, guys, can you give me like half at least or something like that? And because man, systems were more back then
expensive,
than
yeah.
they were.
They're
like,
pretty
releasing,
expensive.
like,
There was
like
no
$400
GameStop where
or
you could
something
trade
like that.
stuff in.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least your parents
Even
gave
though
you
they
some.
give you
My
shit
parents were like,
credit.
here's $20 a year. I had to save up for so
One
long.
penny a month.
Right?
We give this Game Boy in 2012.
Like, you know how you fast
Yeah.
to get your Funkos? I fasted for a year to get my GameCube.
But I remember, what's funny, I was like, what are the first games you remember playing? For me, it was on the N64, it was 2 games. It was the original Mario Party, which I played hours and hours.
I wonder what the second one's going to be.
It was Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
It was Ocarina of Time.
Mine, I was going to say N64 as well, but Mario Kart. That was
Mario
my
Kart,
first game.
yeah.
I played the hell out of Mario Kart.
I was gonna say the first game that I remember like actually like
And then Smash Bros. Came out.
taking first game that like took over my life like that was probably the original Zelda on
On
Super
Nintendo?
Nintendo.
Okay.
Was it a
the
Link
Super
to the
Nintendo
Past
one, not
or
the
what?
NES one. This
Was it Link to the Past?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, that was the first one I poured hours into that, and then FF Tactics as well on that one. Oh my god,
That was the first game I had it because they made a Game Boy version of that.
Yeah.
And so it came with my Game Boy.
Oh, nice.
I never beat it.
Oh,
I was
really?
so
I did.
impatient when I was young when it came
Honestly,
to
I
games.
can't see you beating a Zelda game now. I couldn't picture you as a kid. trying to
No.
beat a
So when I
Zelda
got the
game.
3DS and I got A Link Between Worlds,
Oh, you got that?
yeah. I mean, no, I'm talking about
Oh yeah, when you first
I-
DS. Okay.
I cannot put that game down.
Okay.
Majora's
So-
Mask was good too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Majora's Mask is real.
And
Good.
so the thing is, like, I was horrible as a kid. I was like, if I can't beat it, I don't want to play it anymore. So A Link to the Past was like the first game I had. I stopped playing that. This is boring. It's stupid. I can't kill anyone. But the one game I remember the most is my cousins when we had the Nintendo. It goes back between Darkwing Duck and Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
Mario Brothers
Yeah.
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
The raccoon and the frog and all
Yeah,
that.
with
That's
Super
cool.
Mario.
We
Yeah.
play that all
Super
the
Mario,
time.
yeah.
We play that all the time, and shout out to everyone who played these games back in the day who found Easter eggs without the internet.
Dude.
Oh yeah,
When we found out that there's a part in Mario Brothers in the first level where you can go in the background, I don't know how we figured that out, but we did, and now it's like it's so easy to find Easter eggs now. Like people put videos.
Do you
up.
guys remember those like discs and cartridges for cheats that would come out? Like
Oh, the
Game
Game
Shark
Genie. The
and
Game
stuff
Genie.
like that?
Game
yeah,
Genie.
yeah,
Game
yeah.
Genie was one too.
Oh man, I remember those. I remember like they were so expensive, so it was so rare that I would actually like spend the money on one.
Was that the one where you had to put it in the Super Nintendo or Nintendo?
You had to do it,
And
and
you
then
had to put
you-
a game in top of that.
Yes.
Yeah, it
There
was
was
like
one
a
like
double
that.
thing.
And
yeah.
essentially, you would like download which cheats you were wanting.
Oh,
and
God.
everything. It was a pain.
I'm
but-
surprised, Ben, you didn't get the N64 just for Ocarina of Time. That's
Yeah.
considered one of the
That's-
best games ever. Like,
So,
no
that's
matter
the
what
thing, like,
platform.
I never got it, and I think that's because my friend lived right next to me, and he had one.
Yeah.
And I would literally go over to his house, and like I would just play. Like we had save files for both of us on like the games and everything, and we would just play until someone died, then switch over. So I beat Majora's Mask, I beat Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
I played a lot of Super Smash Brothers, but I just never had it
Because
myself.
now that I think about it, like back then, not everyone had N64. I mean, it was popular. A lot of people did have it.
Someone had it.
Someone. As long
Someone,
as one
yeah.
person had it.
Yeah.
As long as you had a
And-
controller.
And
that's all you need.
There were 4 controller slots. that
Exactly.
you-
That's why
yeah.
you just
I
need
love
one
Nintendo.
controller and that's it. Yeah, that changed the world, man.
I still
Remember
have
the Rumble Pack?
Oh my god, yeah.
That was the shit when it came out. Then PlayStation put in the DualShock one. You're like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
yeah.
everything's vibrating now.
I still remember how I got mine because I really wanted Pokemon Stadium, and it came with that
Love
Rumble Pack.
Pokemon Stadium 2.
That was so
amazing.
good.
Yes. So I still remember getting it because we went to Toys R Us and I saw it at the store and I was with my parents. I was like, Mom, Dad, please, can I get this game? And it was a little bit more pricey because like the games back then were like $49.99, but with the Rumble Pack, it was like damn near $70. So my parents were like, no, it's too expensive. We're not getting it. And I really wanted this game. So like in the middle of the store, I just yelled out, why don't you love me? And I started crying. And then like everyone's just staring at my parents. They're like, what's going on? What's wrong with him? What are the parents doing to him? And my dad bought it and he's like, wait till we get home. I was like, I don't care. It's
I'm
worth it."
returning this.
He wasn't gonna drive back.
I would have got beat in that store right
Oh, my
there.
Oh, I got beat at home, but I was like, pain is temporary. This game's forever now.
So I
My dad's
actually,
gonna be like, you keep crying. If they try to stop me, I'm gonna beat them too.
so I actually like. So you said earlier that you like took that peek of your Sega
Yeah.
and everything. I did that twice, and on both occasions, my parents returned the items, and I knew
Oh,
what? One of the
wow.
times was for this like giant, really expensive Optimus Prime transformer, and like I peeked and broke into it. My parents got so pissed, and I never saw it when Christmas
Did you
Day
take it
finally
back
came.
up?
Yeah, I did. But like
That stupid tape.
I never saw it. And another time was actually for a PlayStation 2 game. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel of the Roses or something like that. I loved the Yu-Gi-Oh! games or something like that.
Maybe your parents saved you on that one.
No, I still bought the game. It was so much fun. But I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, like same thing. I kind of broke into it and saw it, and they found out, and they just returned it, and I never
My
got
mom
it.
was like, here, you open it, just take it now, you bastard. No, but, so, can you think of any of the games that you played back then that it wasn't a big hit, but you still had a lot of fun playing it? Because, okay, so one of the games I'm talking about, for me in general, was, I mean, there's Crash Bandicoot, which everyone
Oh,
loves.
man.
I love.
But there was a PlayStation game called Siphon Filter.
I remember that game.
Exactly.
That was a really good
That
game.
game was so much fun. No one knows about it. Like,
I don't know about it.
Neither do I.
It was like a spy thriller game.
Yeah.
It was horrible because it wasn't horrible. I mean, it was horrible graphic wise. It was back when there was no like polygons and shit.
Oh yeah.
So it was just like
It's
a
not
flat
good.
face and like the lips didn't move or anything, but you had the voice.
But it was so much fun.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 of them,
Yeah.
and I played all of them. They
I
were
did
so
too.
much fun.
Ah, God. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So there was this one on PlayStation 2 called Time Splitters, and
That sounds familiar.
It was kind of a multiplayer game, and you could do it through like System Link and everything like that.
Did they
And
have
essentially
that
it was like
at
this alien
arcades?
thing. It was like shooter. It was a first-person shooter.
Uh-huh.
They might have.
I think so.
But I don't know. My friends and I, like, we used to have like sleepovers, and like we just like play that all night long. Like, we would not stop playing it. It was so much fun, but almost no one really knew about it.
Yeah, when I got my Sega Genesis, everyone was playing like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Right.
But the Sega Genesis came with a game called Eternal Champions. Shitty ass fighting game, but that was the only game I had. So I played that nonstop. Yeah, I mean it's crazy thing about back then how bad games were, but how much fun they were.
Quality wise, yeah.
Yeah, because when you were talking about you had memory slots, how big were the memory cards back then? 8 megabytes.
Eight,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Megabytes?
eight.
Megabytes?
I think the PlayStation had a 16 one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 came out with like a 56 gigabyte
I
or
only had
megabyte
the
megabyte one, and I remember like it was so expensive, and I was like, oh my god, I
I
need
remember-
that. It'll fit everything.
When I had the PlayStation, I didn't have a memory card. So every game I played, I had to play from the beginning every single time until I got that memory card.
Oh man.
No, I
That's
used to do the
brutal.
same thing with my N64 for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I was like, one day I'm gonna beat the whole mission. So I kept that thing on for like 2 days straight.
I remember
God,
that at one point.
It still worked, and I finally beat it.
I remember even GameCube, you had to have.
Yeah, you needed a
slot.
memory card
Yeah.
for that. But I had one for that. I didn't get one for the
That is,
N64.
it's crazy because now you're just like, oh, just save it to the system.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fucking cloud. Save it up there.
I'm just glad systems now don't do that shit where like they don't have like imagine like your Xbox One or PS4
Jesus.
didn't have USB slots and they made you buy their product that only
Oh,
fit their
God.
system.
Well, I told you I have a terabyte hard drive for my Xbox because they only put 500 in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh crap! I'm technically buying a memory stick again, just a big ass.
yeah, I
one.
have. I don't even have the 500 version. I think I have like the one lower than that.
Oh wow.
I thought 500 was standard.
I have the.
Or,
you get an Xbox?
or am I thinking of
Wait, are you talking-
terabyte?
are you
I'm
talking
thinking
about
about one TB, right? Yeah, that's the new ones, right? The one,
That's
the
the
new
new
ones.
ones are one
Yeah,
terabyte,
then
yeah.
this is the original one that I have.
So I have the 1S, and I got the 1 TB, and that's even filling up a lot faster than I was expecting.
I was like, shit, what do I have on here? Oh, so you never had a 360.
I never had any Xbox product.
You had it.
360 was amazing.
You
online.
had it?
Best online.
How many Ring of Deaths did you have?
My
Two.
first system.
Yeah, two. I had one.
Two.
My first system was
I-
the only time I ever had it.
I had one Ring of Death, and I had one where the system didn't read the disc, and it was the worst summer of my life.
Yeah,
Oh.
I yelled like all the Star Wars. No.
Because once you finally like convince, or like for me, once I finally begged my parents to like pay the money so I could return it and Xbox would repair it, like it then takes like a month and a half for them to do it and
Yeah.
send
That's
it back
the problem. I
to
mean,
you.
they do it for free. I mean, you can just pay for shipping or whatever, but it just takes for. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
is it playing
I'm
here?
not thinking of that. I'm thinking of my PS2. After my dog broke it,
Oh.
like I had to beg my parents to pay for it. It cost me like $120 to get it
Oh no,
repaired.
on the 360, it was just like
The Ring of Death was free,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then like
I
that would just
remember
take
when
But it
that
took
happened
forever.
to me, and I went on YouTube. They're like, oh, you can fix it yourself. I'm like, do I really want to open up my Xbox right now? Do I really want to buy like this $5 thing that can fix it? I was like, fuck it, I'm sending this to Microsoft.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to risk it.
Oh yeah,
Man, I remember hearing about the Rings of Dead like back in the day because like I didn't have the Xbox, so I didn't really know
Go
exactly
to
what
Reddit.
it
And
was.
there's like a whole thing subsection.
Well, back then there wasn't really a Reddit back then. I was just like, why are you guys bringing your video games so much? I was like, mine 64 works perfectly fine.
Oh,
you need
God.
to treat your shit better, you know?
I wonder if they will ever go back to cartridges. Because I
I
mean,
can't
know,
see a
man.
reason to.
Like-
Because that's the thing. People like to say that like cartridges are faster because like everything's downloaded. It's not like it still has to sync with the system. The download speed and upload times and everything is the exact same.
I mean, if anything, they're going to go to more of a digital.
Oh yeah, I think everything's going to be cloud based. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One now it's not even Xbox 360. You could for like as an option, put all your saves on the cloud.
Yeah.
But now Xbox One does it automatically. It
We're
automatically
just gonna
is
be
syncing
playing the
yourself.
cloud, like.
Yeah. I mean, that's where everything's headed.
Every time I download a backwards compatible game, that's where it saves. It doesn't save on my Xbox. They're like, you have this much space in the cloud. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, just go up there.
Which is nice because when I bought this new Xbox, nothing to transfer over. I plug it in, I download the game, I load the game, and the first time it brings a screen across that says syncing your save data. And so it does that, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't mention, dude. How did I not mention freaking GoldenEye?
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
GoldenEye
forget
One of the best
GoldenEye.
N64 games out
I
there.
rebought it last year.
Did you?
For my N64 just
That's
for the hell
such a
of
good
it.
It's awesome, right?
Dude, I can't believe we used to play that though. Like
Man,
I tried
we played
I'm trying
it, I
to
was
right
like,
now.
the
The
controller's
controller's
so
so whack.
hard, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
back then I was a pro.
And then you would play 4 players on the screen with this time.
for
No,
any
no,
multiplayer
they're always
game.
like, which one am I? Which one am I?
Yes.
Did y'all ever play like the old school Resident Evil games?
I never.
Nah.
liked
I
that.
played some on the GameCube.
Okay, so the old school Resident Evil games on PlayStation had the most messed up controls ever. You could not move and look around at the same time. You had to like move and look the direction, then move forward and
Jesus.
everything. And you're doing this while zombies are coming at you, so it's really stressful at times. I've never been so proud of myself as when I beat that first Resident Evil game all the way through because it took me forever just because I couldn't figure out.
I
the
don't think I could have
controls.
played Resident Evil back then. I was too much of a wuss.
Oh, I mean, I had nightmares about it like all the time, but
What system had the best controller? You guys think?
Definitely not the Xbox.
Yeah,
The
that
original
was
Xbox.
That was bulky as
the thing
hell.
was huge. I would have to say either PS2 or GameCube were probably my two favorite controllers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'll-
They really changed it.
I'll give it to that first PlayStation controller.
Remember the Dreamcast controller?
No. I mean,
Like the
not-
PS1?
No, not that one. Not the original PlayStation one. The one where they where they brought joysticks into it.
Okay, that's the DualShock
That,
2.
yeah, that's the DualShock
yeah.
one. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. The Sega Genesis was okay. That controller was just weird. I don't know what was your favorite one.
For me, it was a GameCube.
GameCube?
I love the
Yeah.
C
The
stick.
feel for it, man. Like
It's
people,
sticks, the hand.
people still use it
The
now
best.
to play
Yeah.
the new Super Smash Bros. That's
Yeah.
how great of a controller
it's
is.
been used now, and people use that even when like online gamers they
Yeah.
use like GameCube controllers
Mhm.
and PS2 controllers. But remember the Dreamcast controller?
God, that controller was horrible.
That was the garbage.
Oh,
There is a
it
great.
was
like
as
this
big as the
big.
Xbox
Yeah.
controller.
There's a great video online of how the Dreamcast came out too early.
Oh, it totally
It was one of the
did.
best systems ever, but it wasn't ready. We weren't ready.
It was
for Dreamcast.
by and far better than the other systems out at that point. Graphics wise, like speed wise, everything, performance wise, it was completely better. But yeah, it was marketed horribly. It launched and had like 2 games for the first like 3 or 4 months it was
Yeah.
out, and they weren't even like flagship Sega games. Like I
It was
said,
a football game.
There
There was a football game, right?
There was a football game.
I remember
and
that
there
game.
was Echo the Dolphin and like
Echo the what?
Echo the Dolphin was a shit. I love that game.
it's a good game, but it's not a flagship franchise that's going to carry a system.
What was the point of that
So-
game?
They made a
And then
Sonic
there was
game or
like this
something.
fighting game that's kind of like Capcom, but not actually Capcom.
Mm.
So like that's the thing. They didn't have any Street Fighter games initially, and they had no
Okay.
Sonic games. Their 2 best series, they had nothing.
Dreamcast was fun. I never had a Dreamcast, but a couple of our friends had
What about
it.
you, Saber? What was the best controller?
The 64.
I'm not. I was gonna throw that in. Actually, I like.
It's
No,
not
it's
terrible
weird.
bad.
It's a
It's
weird.
unique.
It
It's
is.
unique.
It's unique though.
It's unique.
They won't say it's
but
bad.
It's kind of
It's
a
unique.
bad.
No one's
There was
gonna
a
make
learning
that
curve.
controller
Yeah.
again.
There was a learning curve when the first time you pick it up.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't know which one to hold. So
Whoa, whoa,
like
whoa.
3 handles, which one to hold. You
The
know?
middle one?
Yeah,
What about this one on the side?
exactly. I don't think I ever
I
touched
know,
the one
the
on the
left side one is
Left
useless.
was never
no one
touched.
uses it.
I bet if I looked at it, there were no fingerprints on the laptop.
You use that in Ocarina of Time for sure because you
Oh, that's
oh,
right.
oh,
You were
yeah.
doing the like Ocarina.
True,
Yeah.
true,
The
true.
one time I guess
Yeah.
you would use it.
But no, I think I'm with you when with the GameCube as being one of the best ones.
GameCube and PS2 were really good. When they introduced that, you said DualShock, that was awesome.
Yeah,
PlayStation's kind of stuck with their controller design.
and it's
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
good.
it works for them. The PS4
They got it right the
controller is
first time.
I
awesome.
still think, to me, I like other than like the battery life isn't very good on the PS4 controller. Like it could be better,
Yeah.
but other than that, like I still think that's probably my favorite controller. Right
I do
now.
like how there is like a little speaker in the controller.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're playing, you can hear it. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that, but like you can't put batteries in it like you can in the Xbox
Because
controller.
it's like your cell
Yeah.
phone. It's a USB
yeah.
charger.
and
thing.
the freaking charger they give you is like this big.
Yeah, it is too
and
short.
so, and
Far
I'm
too
an
short.
Apple guy, so I didn't have one of those chargers. I was like, golly, I gotta go buy one.
Where's the
PS4
lightning cable?
the PS4's charger cord is longer than the PS3's charger cord was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
PS3's
you're right about that
really
one.
bad. But
You have to be like really close.
yeah, I know. I'd end up like right here on the screen. Like
There's a
every
wireless
time.
controller.
The Xbox One controller is nice.
It's a good controller.
It's miles ahead of the 360 controller.
Oh,
which
yeah,
was
definitely.
horrible. I didn't like it at all.
I didn't either.
So we're not gonna
360
throw in the Wii U controller.
They had a
No.
controller?
I'm not even gonna
I thought they just gave you.
That
They gave me a tablet.
I'll give it to the Switch. The Switch one looks nice.
It does.
the Switch Pro. I've not heard. I've heard that the Joy-Cons are not.
Oh really?
Very, yeah, I've heard that they don't fit hands very well.
Well, look how
Um,
tiny they are.
Well,
Yeah.
that controller is also
Now,
$70.
yeah,
Ooh.
$70?
No,
Yeah.
it's $99.
No,
What?
no, it's
The
not.
Pro, when I at
Oh, the
GameStop,
Pro.
it's listed at $99.
The controller?
The one that's the actual controller.
What? I thought it was
Yeah,
$70.
Well, I'm not getting
I've
it.
only seen it for $99.
I'll wait for y'all to get it then.
But the Joy-Con, so they're a little bit better than like it looks because when it was showing in the commercial, it's showing them just click it off and then playing this little half thing. There's actually a portion that sticks on the top, and so it's easier and you can actually press your
Oh,
buttons.
okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. So it's a little bit better than like it looks, but it's still not great. And apparently, it's not. You can't like easily slide the little portable thing into the dock like it shows in the trailer that announced it. Apparently, if you do it that way, it will scratch the screen on the portable.
Oh, really?
The screen's not glass; it's plastic.
Ugh.
And so you have to buy a screen protector for it.
Yeah.
Granted, the screen
Nintendo
protectors are
knows
like
how to
$6,
sell their
so
shit.
they're not.
They
it's not
do.
bad,
Nintendo
but
knows
it's
how
not
to
great.
sell their shit. They're like, hey, here's a new system, but here's 30 things you need to buy to make
Have
it.
you
Yeah.
seen their
I-
sales on the Switch? Holy crap. Especially that bundle they have with the Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
That's a $500
Dude,
bundle.
Yeah, people are buying it though.
Especially
the
with
biggest thing
Especially
that I'm
since they
hearing
can't just
about-
get the normal console.
The biggest thing I'm hearing about the Switch is it's a great console for what it is. It's a lot of fun, and for it, the graphics are okay, but the fact that you have to buy so many other things
Uh-huh.
to really like take good care of it and be able to like use it in a hardcore kind of way.
That's the problem
Like,
I hate.
and
hating
all
with
those
Nintendo.
accessories are much more expensive than the accessories for Xbox or
Yep.
PlayStation.
Like you've seen, whenever I bring my Wii U to play
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros., I have to literally bring a backpack.
Yeah.
With all the parts that come with it: sensor bar, the
So
actual
much stuff. It's
tablet,
ridiculous.
wires, etc. It's too much.
Have you guys heard? We've talked a little bit about it. I think actually in a group, the Project Scorpio that.
I have no
Xbox
idea what
put out.
that is.
So from what I've read,
4K. It's 4K basically.
from what I read, is it's actually a high-end gaming PC that is going to have Xbox Live access. Essentially, it's a system that has completely removable and upgradable parts, like a
Okay.
PC. So
Oh,
it can
okay.
always change and like update with the times. So,
So basically,
but
people
it's-
who have this, they can play it as a PC, but also play Xbox.
basically hardcore gamers
Against
fun-
Xbox players.
It's meant to be able to cater to the like hardcore
Yeah.
gaming, high-end gaming community that's willing to spend thousands of dollars every year to upgrade their stuff. It's meant to cater to them. That being said, from what I read, is Project Scorpio. It says it is very unlikely that it will launch at a sticker price less than $1,000.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, because it's high-end and it's competing against $2,000 and $3,000 computers.
Yeah,
I'll stick with
gaming
the
computers
Xbox.
I get my Xbox One.
Oh yeah, I bought the One S. I'm fine with that. I have a PC that I could game like that. I'm not even planning on upgrading it anytime soon.
So we
But-
were talking about the Switch earlier, and it made me think about the Mario Kart bundle that's coming out. So the first time you played Mario Kart was on 64.
Yeah.
Deluxe.
Who played it on Super Nintendo? Which is one of my
Such a
all-time
good
favorites.
game.
Yeah.
We've had this talk all the
I didn't
time.
know it was on
Raj
Super
didn't
Nintendo
know.
for like
Jesus.
5 years ago. You know,
God,
when
no.
it came out on
See,
N64.
the
I
64 one
always-
was definitely more popular.
I always knew
but-
there was a Super Nintendo one, but yeah, what Ben was saying, the N64 one's always that flagship Mario
Yeah.
Kart.
To me, it's a Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah,
one.
same.
I
I
played
mean,
that one for
you in the minority
hours
on that
and
one, though.
Hours.
Did they have like the same levels and stuff? Like Rainbow Road?
Exactly. Right. It was the shit back then.
Damn.
I mean, it was all flat screen.
Yeah, the
Nothing was
graphics are much
3D.
better on the N64 though.
way better.
But it was so much fun because like you got the whole battle thing, you got the races, and I still haven't played Mario Kart, but you have.
You gotta play Mario Kart. It's
Video
awesome.
Kart's a lot of fun.
I play
We used
my
to just
friend
call it
at
drunk driving, but I think we stopped calling it that because people would be like, "Yeah, I played drunk driving last night."
That doesn't sound
Oh,
fun.
Lord.
It
That
does
sounds like a good
that sounds
idea.
horrible.
I was like, "No, on a video game."
But that,
Have you ever tried playing Mario Kart or any other video game like with your parents?
I kind of want to make my mom play. I just want to see.
Oh
man.
my mom playing Donkey Kong 2 Diddy Kong on SNES
Uh-huh.
is one of the funniest things ever. Because every time she's like jumping or something's like about to hit her, she screams. My older sister was like, "What? What?"
I still remember whenever I was playing Pokemon Stadium and my dad came in. I was like, "You want to play?" And he's like, "Sure." And then I was like, we were looking through all the Pokemon. You have to choose 6 to make a battle. I was like, "Dad, can you name some Pokemon?" And he was so confident in his answers. He was like, "Mario, Donkey Kong, Pikachu, Sinbad." I was like a kid at that time. I was like, "Isn't Sinbad an actor?" He's like, "I don't know. It sounds like a Pokemon." He was so confident in his
He got
answer.
one right.
He got one.
Props to him.
Everybody's Pikachu to my mom.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's Pikachu.
Everyone's Pikachu.
Every system is Nintendo.
Exactly.
Right?
I was just gonna say that.
Honestly, if you ask my mom like to name Pokemon, she can only name one, and I trained her to this answer. She can only name Charizard.
Good
Wow,
enough.
Smart.
Good enough.
So there's Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and Super Mario World. Those are the big three on Super Nintendo.
Super Mario.
Super Mario was so much
That's
fun.
Oh yeah.
I remember one of my roommates used to play. He brought his Super Nintendo to the apartment that we lived in, and he used to play it all the time. But he knew every single secret level to it.
There were so many in that.
Yeah,
game,
I
too.
didn't know. I just played to beat the damn thing and
Yeah.
beat Bowser at the end. I didn't know there were other levels you can play.
Oh yeah, there's so.
No,
many
you can
other
skip
levels.
levels. You
Yeah,
can
that's
skip
great ways to
worlds.
skip things
Yeah.
as well.
I hate every level with bullet bills. Like those things you duck and then come at you.
I hate the ones with the fucking boo or like this ghost.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
look away,
yeah,
look away.
yeah.
And then the spikes.
Oh yeah. It's like I see you. Go away.
Honestly, I was fine with like all that stuff. It was in like Super Mario 3, like the damn boomerang guys. Like
so annoying.
I could never like. There were times where like I would just like I threw that controller so many
Because you have to get it right like on the head,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy those old systems were made like durable because otherwise
Oh, the
I
amount
would've
of
gone
times
through
I've thrown
them.
my N64
Yeah.
controller around.
Like
It's
nowadays,
so-
like I would
They were like
freak
the
out if I
present day
threw like my
Nokias.
Xbox.
Yeah.
What was the one in between? There was one Mario game in between that was super weird.
Mario 2, Super
Is that the one
Mario
where you
2.
can pick between like 4 characters?
Mario 2 was weird. No one talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where it has the like girl thing that shoots the eggs out, and you can like catch them and throw them back.
that
Because they
was
went
a
from
complete
Super Mario
blur to
Bros.
me.
to
Yeah.
To me, it
to
went
Super
1
Mario
to
3.
3.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because that came on NES and that was
No one talks about
amazing.
the game. You go into like a bird's mouth to go between levels and shit. That was one Mario game I could not get into.
You guys remember Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah.
And,
GameCube.
those ones?
It's on 3DS now, and it's supposed to be one of the
Yeah.
best games on 3DS.
And then there was
That was one of the
Luigi's
best games on
Mansion was really
GameCube.
good.
There was
Oh, really? I didn't know.
What's
GameCube
the
was
one
amazing.
on Super Nintendo? It was like Mario Mystery or something like that, and like
There are
you
so many
remember?
Mario games out there.
I don't remember exactly what it's called, but he's essentially like you're. Oh man, you're like going through like these elevator levels. You're trying to solve like these like mysteries and these.
There's
Wait, what system was this on?
This was on SNES.
Oh, I
It
would
was a long time ago.
What's a one Mario game that's kind of underrated in your mind?
Damn. I was thinking in my head.
For me, it's
Super Mario Sunshine?
Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay.
That's an
I do
underrated
remember
game.
that one. Where you-
Everyone hated that game on a GameCube. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? I thought it was super
Would
fun.
you
Because you would
pick up
jetpack with the water.
Oh,
Would you
I
pick
do
up
remember that one. That was a fun
I guess
game.
I hated it at first, but I'm not playing that. I can't get anywhere into it.
I didn't have that one. My cousin did, so like I only played it from time to time. I enjoyed it.
It was
fun.
They had a Super Mario RPG too. I remember.
Oh,
Or was that
Super
Paper
Nintendo.
Mario?
There's both Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario.
Okay.
I played RPG on
I
Super
cannot get
Nintendo
it. I
emulator.
didn't like Paper Mario.
I was okay with Paper Mario, to be honest. I got like halfway into it, but RPG, I put so many hours into that game.
I mean,
Like, it had
I
a
think-
great story.
Did we have we not talked about Pokemon on Game Boy yet?
Oh man, we haven't
I
I feel
started.
like we haven't talked about
We
that.
haven't.
It's been mentioned, but we haven't really talked
That was the
about
first
it.
game I ever played.
That was the
was-
first Game Boy.
That was the
color
first
I had.
game I really wanted on Game Boy because
And-
that's right when the cartoons were
Yeah.
out. And like I know y'all said the game came out first, right?
The game came out first in the U.S. before the anime came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so by the time I started watching cartoon, I knew the game was out. So that's why I was like, I really want the Pokemon game. But I was like, why is there two of them? I was like, why can't why can't I catch all Pokemon in one of them?
I remember because
Why
my
am I
first
interacting with other people?
my first Pokemon game was hate to say it, but it was Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
Of course, it was
And
right.
Yeah, Charizard's the
my
best.
grandpa bought it for me at a place called Zellers, and this was in Canada. So I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows what Zellers was, but it was like
all the trainers are nice to each other in the game.
It was like a Montgomery Ward. Did you guys have Montgomery Wards
The
here?
fuck is
Yeah,
that?
no,
Yeah, you don't know what I
don't
don't
know.
know.
No
Okay,
idea.
so it was like that before it went out of
Okay,
business.
those went out of business so long ago.
Right?
It's
Yeah,
like-
it was kind of like that. And he bought me Red, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then I started playing it. I'm like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm like, and everyone was playing at the time, like your friends and all that stuff. And
I hated that first, like those first minutes when you're choosing your Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
And
much
Gary,
pressure.
and Gary's like, you go first. I'm like, bitch, you go first. So I saw the guide, I saw the triangle, like which one beats which.
Man, that game changed everything for me
Yeah.
at least. Because like in my old apartment complex, all the kids, all the kids were
Soundtrack
around
was
our
good,
age.
right?
Yeah, it was.
It was hype.
And then the Game Link cables came out, so like all of us would interact and we would just trade Pokemon. in the
Not
park.
me. I was like, I don't want to play with
You
that
didn't have
anymore.
Dude.
I traded with one person. I think I got screwed over.
'Cause,
I
like,
was like, never again.
And my old apartment complex, like we all knew each other, and there's only one dude with a Game Link cable, so he would charge us to use it though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he made
Oh,
Said he
okay.
made money.
He made money every summer, man.
That I got Pokemon Red the day it came out, and I remember to this day, like I still was so proud of like the moment when I finally beat the Elite Four. And I go to school and I show all my friends. They're all like, oh, "No way!" They were all proud. I was like the first person in our group to like beat the Elite Four and actually beat the game. And then like I got like some of the later games in. I was the first one to figure out like the Mew cheats and to do that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so the first time I'm like linking and I'm battling with someone and I like throw Mew out there. Someone's like how'd you get that? And I'm like one hitting all of his strongest Pokemon.
How the hell did
I never got Mew until like I was older.
I got Mewtwo. I never got Mew.
Yeah, Mewtwo
Yeah,
was hard
Mewtwo
to
you
get.
can actually get.
Mewtwo's hard.
Yeah. The
Mew's
Mew
Mew's a cheat thing. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
not like it's not.
So
just
you're
like
a
that.
cheater.
Well, just
Yes.
after
The worst thing my mom could ever done was buy me the light for the Game Boy
Oh.
because I would stay up.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
lights,
yeah.
like, go to sleep, lights are off.
Yeah.
I'm like, shh, yeah, right. Play the-
I suddenly remember a funny story because like back what you were saying, like I was also like the go-to guy for Pokemon at my school, and I remember this one kid. He had like Pokemon Blue, and he's like, he's kind of a slow kid, but he would come up to me. He's like,
No,
no.
finish the story.
no, it was funny because he came up to me. He's like, "Yo, I need some advice." I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "My Pidgeotto." I was like, "What's up with it?" He's like, "It broke its wing." I was like, "It
Wait,
broke its
what?
wing?" Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, it broke its wing. It can't use wing attack no more." I was like, Is it painted?" Like I was just thinking like it painted. I was like, "You can go to a Pokemon Center and you know
So
it'll
do you
heal."
have a real bird?
Yeah, and he's like, "No, the wing is broken. You can't do anything." I was like, I don't know what to tell you."
Did you ever look at it?
No, he never brought the game to school. Like we were classmates, and he was just like saying like at home like the wing was broken, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I
Like
wonder
go to a
if he
Pokemon Center.
accidentally like made it forget wing attack.
Maybe that's what I was thinking
Oh,
later on.
yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could think
And he
of.
didn't realize it. Then he's looking.
But back then, like I took it, you know, for word value. The wing was broken. I was like,
He was being for real.
Yeah.
How real is your Pokemon?
Yeah.
Do you remember your first lineup? Like your first 6 Pokemon?
Oh,
I
Definitely-
remember mine. I can
Definitely
tell you right now.
Charizard, Pidgeot. Are we excluding Legends? Legendaries?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you ran through.
Charizard, Pidgeot.
50.
I know I had
I
a
think I signed it in
Haunter.
there.
Yeah.
What else? Gyarados.
I had a Dragonite.
That was hard to train. Back
Dude,
then,
Gyarados
Magic Card was so hard to train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So hard. You like
I can't remember
tackle
the last two.
and splash.
I just remember those four
I
for sure.
used. So I had Charizard
Yeah.
for sure. I had Haunter mainly because it was my second Haunter. My first Haunter I tried to trade to get a
Sorry,
Gengar, and
I had a Kadabra
my asshole
also.
friend
Yeah.
stole it. I had.
I had the Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. Which one's the kicking one?
Hitmonlee.
I had that
I had
one.
Hitmonchan. I
Bruce
had.
Lee, Hitmonchan is.
I had
Oh.
Victory Bell, and I had.
You had a Victory Bell?
I love Victory. The
I
special
do- I
attack
did
on
too.
Victory Bell is so good.
I did too. I
Their
had
special
Victory Bell
attack
too.
ability is
I
pretty
looked at it.
high.
I was like, "You look like a loser. I don't want you on my team."
That solar beam though, like man, that I could one hit everything with that thing.
Mine was Blastoise, obviously. It was cool back then, right?
Yeah.
Blastoise,
It was
I
never
had
cool.
a Primeape because you know how you can get a
Primeape
Mickey
was good.
right
Yeah,
there.
you get it
Yeah.
by Viridian.
Yeah. And so I got Blastoise, Primeape. It was I trained my Eevee into Jolteon.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
That's the last one I had was Jolteon.
Yeah, a Jolteon
Yeah.
and
Oh, I had the birds.
Pidgeot. Yeah,
No,
Pidgeotto.
the legendary birds.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
Oh,
including
yeah.
them.
Oh.
I had a Pidgeot, those 4 for sure. I caught a Snorlax because
Dude,
like, you had to
I
catch
didn't realize how
Snorlax.
good Snorlax was
Yeah.
back
Freaking
then.
good, dude.
Later on, when I replayed it, I kept it in my
He's
team.
he's a
He's a tank.
Yeah, and I can't remember the last Pokemon I had, but I think I wanted to try to catch a Dratini, but Dratini was so hard to catch.
I had all
Yeah.
of them that you can get just playing the game without trading and everything.
Oh, Scyther.
Yeah, everyone has
Scyther was
Scyther.
hard to get.
Safari, he was hard. Because
Oh,
you had to catch it with
Safari's hard.
you had to catch it with a Safari Ball.
And it would always run away like the first time.
So,
That
or get
Tauros.
angry.
Once I found the missing Nochi, I told y'all this, so I played it through twice. I finally figured it out. I played it through twice. The first time was the real way, like training Pokemon and everything. The second time was with the missing no code. So I had like rare candy and master balls. So I just caught the shit out of everything,
Nice.
and I leveled everyone up to 100. That's how I beat the game.
And then you took on Red.
You suck.
I remember the first time I got to the Elite Four and I was playing them. I actually beat them on my first try, but I had forgotten that the day before I had been actually trying to level up one of my Pokemon. So I had traded out my Haunter, and I had put in, I forgot what it was. I want to say it was just like my Jinx or something like that, but it wasn't a very high level, and I just forgotten about it. And so it was my weakest Pokemon, and all of a sudden I'm playing the Elite Four, and I'm looking, and I the first time I go to switch Pokemon, I look, I'm like, what the hell do I have Jinx in here? I'm like, again, I'm like, oh shit. Hopefully I won't need all 6 Pokemon. And I get to Lance, and my Charizard faints to his Dragonite.
He's hard, dude.
All I have left is his
Like
Jinx.
3 Dragonites.
Fucking Jinx. I beat him with that Jinx.
Wait, Jinx is like one of the only Pokemon that could be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you had Ice type moves,
Ice,
didn't you?
yeah.
That was the thing. Like,
Jinx
Dragonite's
was
the Nicki Minaj looking one, yeah.
That was the
Nicki
thing.
Minaj
Like,
looking
I didn't
ass.
even think about it in my head at the time, and because I never used this Jinx,
Yeah.
I
I don't even think
used
I
it.
owned a Jinx.
And I was like a good 10 levels under that Dragonite.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm screwed. And so I just started like spamming Ice Beam.
Yeah.
And it was super effective every time. And I was like knocking off like a fifth of his health. And I was like, oh my god, I'm going to do this. And I was so happy afterwards. I was like, I'll never make fun of you again, Jinx. And then I never used Jinx again.
I took my Game Boy to India one time,
Oh, I took it everywhere.
and
dude.
I didn't
I
talk
took
to,
it
I didn't talk
after.
to anyone in India.
Oh, yeah.
I played Pokemon the whole time.
Yep.
Anytime we'd go visit family like Mississippi or anything, I would just take that system and I would just sit in my grandparents' house playing it.
I wonder what game, like thinking about like what game I've spent the most amount of time on.
Like,
Pokemon,
Like,
sure,
like
the
all
hours.
games?
Oh
like
my
game
God.
time hours. Like what game I probably spend the most.
like
time
if we're
Mine
going
has to
like
be Pokemon.
yeah, if we're going by genres, it has to be Pokemon.
To me,
Pokemon
I
or
feel like-
Final Fantasy 7. It's one of those two for sure.
Mine would probably be like Modern Warfare
Oh,
2.
no.
Because then you start getting online gaming and like Halo and stuff like that.
It might be FF10 because I did all the extra stuff in 10, and I remember I logged like 130, 140 hours on that.
I used to spend a lot of time on the Lego games. Those games are
Yeah,
fun.
I think I can speak for Raj on this one. It's Pokemon because I think we played every generation of Pokemon.
Oh, that's true. I didn't
Right?
play.
I played every generation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I played
Same.
the red, blue, yellow. I played gold and silver.
Crystal.
I didn't play crystal.
Crystal was the best one.
No,
I was
I played gold and silver. I played
It's a
ruby
whole
and
new story.
sapphire, and then I didn't
I liked
play
it.
another one until alpha sapphire. And,
Oh, wow, you jumped
X and
through
Y.
everything.
Jeez, I've only played Red, and then I bought
Yeah.
Y. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was Y.
When you had your first DS,
yeah, but I didn't even beat it because I traded
Yeah.
it.
It's because like
But now I'm gonna beat Sun, so I know.
I didn't get a system
Sure you
after
will.
my. I didn't
I'm
get a
further than his.
Yeah, you are further. I didn't get another Game Boy after my Advance SP, and I didn't get one until the 3DS I just got. So I like missed so much in there where I just didn't have a system to play it.
I remember the first time I saw someone play Pokemon Snap, and I hated it.
Oh, Pokemon Snap.
Dude,
Because no,
I
I
hated
was-
that game too.
I was at Walmart, and because back, they still do it where they have like the controller, and you can like play like the demos. And like, oh, cool! They have Pokemon Snap set up. Let's see what it's about. Oh, it's just fucking taking pictures of Pokemon. What the hell is this? And I walked away.
I hated that.
If there's more to it, I don't know. I never.
and
got
I
that far.
hated what's it called?
I liked
Hey
it.
You Pikachu.
Yes,
That game was
horrible.
so stupid.
Hey,
Mostly
remember
because I
the
just don't like Pikachu.
The Pokemon Pikachu N64? The blue one? It was blue?
Yeah, my cousin had that one, so like I
was
borrowed
rare.
it from her.
There's
it was rare.
there's another Pikachu game coming out called like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah,
I don't. Like, if
supposedly
it's not like the
they're making
original Pokemon games,
They're
I'm not
supposed they're
playing.
making a movie about it too.
Oh,
They're going all
God.
out with it.
That's insane.
Oh,
I think by the time like games like Snap came out, I was just so over collecting everything. Like it's because like I collected all the 150 Pokemon cards as well. Which, by the way, ironically, I almost lost my Charizard because I had taken my cards to like finish the collection. I got my final card at church camp one summer, and so I had it with me. And someone stole my Charizard out of my
Ooh,
binder
at
while I was
church camp?
At church camp. But luckily, I figured out who it was, and I told one of the people, and like they came and they found it and stuff, and
Nice.
gave it back to me. I was so mad though.
I never collected Pokemon cards.
I did, but I got more into Yu-Gi-Oh
Binder
cards.
full of them.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I as soon as I got the 150, I stopped, and I didn't buy another.
I was
Pokemon
very-
card.
I was very
Well, yeah,
digital
back
kid.
then, I mean.
No,
we
but
only
even
had
like
one.
when more came out,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't. I never.
My most valuable
Look at
one
that.
is the Charizard one.
Hey,
Because I think that one's
science.
like $100.
Even
Yeah.
though I don't have any Pokemon cards, every now and then I will go on YouTube and see the Pokemon card championship thing tournament they do. It is just fucking interesting
Wow.
to see how those guys play.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You
I don't
flip a
think I've ever
coin
looked.
and like...
Yeah, they got like the mats and everything, and they're turning their cards and shit. I'm like, oh, what are they doing?
See,
Then
even
you
though
should
I
get your cards
collected them,
appraised.
I really
You
should.
really should.
But I'm never gonna sell them, so it's like to me it's a moot point.
But like, it'd be nice to know.
That's true. That's the thing. Like Pokemon cards, I collected, but I never. I think I maybe played the card game like 2 or 3 times ever.
Mhm.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I actually like had a ton of them. I actually played. That
Yeah,
game
I knew how to
a
play
lot.
Yu-Gi-Oh, but no one
Yeah.
in my neighborhood knew how
I
to
think
play
at one
Pokemon.
point I had like 2,000 or 3,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Damn.
I had all of the Exodia pieces. Like
I
I got
This
everything.
guy.
think
I'll admit, I bought the last one. I paid like $20 for it just because I wanted it. I was like, I just need this last card.
I'm
What
pretty
was
sure.
it, the arm or what?
It was one of the arms.
I'm pretty sure when I ever have kids, the first system I'm gonna give them is my old Sega Genesis. I was like, you're gonna struggle the way I struggled growing up.
It's good to start from humble.
I'm gonna give it my
like,
N64.
Yeah, my N64 still works.
Whatever your first system is,
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna be like, I need to save this game. So alright, we're gonna go find a memory card somewhere.
Especially like by the time
Figure it
our
out.
kids are like video game age, like probably they're gonna be like just going into like their bedroom and their bedroom becomes the video game. Probably
That's
something
right.
like that.
Go find a memory card. They should order it and a drone comes out.
Yeah. Like my nephew, who's 3, he was here and we were babysitting him. He saw the controller and he just grabbed it and he started pushing buttons and he was really into it. I was like, crap.
Yo, these kids know how to work stuff.
Yeah.
Like I have
It's
a
crazy.
cousin.
The
Like
kids
you
who
just
grew
give
up
them
in
your
this,
phone
like,
and they
yeah.
can access anything.
I know.
My
They
nephew
learn
knows
so
how to
How do you know
skip
my
it.
password? I don't even have one. It was fingerprint. I don't know.
My nephew knows how to skip ads on YouTube. Like he knows
for
how,
real?
he knows the wait and when the thing changes, he can skip it. But like, I don't know where gaming's gonna go. I hate that they're trying to change it up.
I
a
hate the
lot.
VR.
I'm not a fan of VR either.
I'm just like I've done it a couple times. It's just I feel like it's limited. There's not enough you can do with it. It's like the one that I tried was like you're in like this dark haunted house and like so it was creepy and like it got and I was like scared and I was like feeling anxious every time I walked in a room because things would like pop out or doors would shut.
Yeah.
Like that part got me, but I was like this would get old real fast. What else can you really do here? Like I prefer having the controller and just like
People love it
playing
though.
A lot of people do.
But see,
I think it's a niche though.
people
It is
love
a
the
niche,
Kinect when
yeah.
it came out.
That's true.
Yeah.
That died too.
People love the Kinect. They loved the Wii initially, which
was
that
like,
found
you
its
were-
own market.
I was like, you are not gonna get me to work out while I play.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I get what you're trying to do, but I work out playing by myself. I don't need to work out when I'm playing video games.
The
too.
Kinect is funny because one of my friend has it and he plays like Overwatch, right?
Uh-huh.
And every time when like we're playing and he'll get like a triple kill or something like that, he'll say Xbox record that, and then like, we fuck with him. Sometimes we would say like Xbox turn off. She's like shut the fuck up.
Wait, he still plays with the Kinect?
Yeah,
Holy
that's,
shit.
that's actually why I disconnected my Kinect because people kept like saying the Xbox turn
There's
off.
a video on YouTube of a Call of Duty player whose gamer tag was Xbox off, and so he would record games because people like when you play, they just read each other's like names. They're like, oh, that guy's a fag. That guy's a fag. Everyone's gay. Everyone's sucking dick. He's like, oh, Xbox off. What the hell? But then you hear like, no, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off.
Genius.
Oh man, I remember the first time I got the one with the Kinect and I'm playing 360. I'm playing like one of the Call of Duty games,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't realize that like Kinect could be used as like a microphone instead of a headset, and so it was on. And my friend and I were just sitting there, and we had just been like wailing on these kids, and then we're sitting there, be like just talking up to me, just like, why are these kids so horrible? Like they should just give up. Like turn in their video games, like just go trade it in, get whatever money you can back, and just give up on life because you can have like. And we're just like, fuck you guys. We're just like, what? They can hear us.
I love video games.
I mean that was our history growing up. Does anyone have anything else? Because I feel like we can talk about video games. For
Well,
hours.
what's everyone? Just kind of go around. What's everyone playing now? You know.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah.
Why don't you start off, Raj?
Right now it's Overwatch. I can't put that game down.
It is game of the year, right?
it's-
I did just buy that game actually.
Oh, you bought it?
Oh,
I just
you
bought it.
son of a bitch! You would not tell me. You want to make it a surprise?
I was saving it.
We're getting on. We're getting on. It's. I mean, my friend's team. I was like, he was like, go buy it. I was like, no, dude, I'm not gonna buy it. He kept bugging me. He literally gave me a $25 gift card to go buy it.
Holy shit!
And then I paid like it was like $40, so I paid the rest, and I was like, I could not put it down. I still can't put it down.
It is.
You've been
It's
talking about it for
super-
like months.
It's super good. It's really team oriented.
Yeah.
Really team oriented. Like you can't just like go in. Like you need like a healer, a defensive guy, an offensive
See, I
guy.
can't do that. I'm a lone wolf kind. Even in Call of Duty, I'll kill.
But yeah,
I'll
you,
kill my whole team. If I
no,
have
you
to.
can be that guy. Just always be that guy, and someone else will always be something else. But it's great.
That's
And-
what I do. I'm always like the attacking guy. Same with Call of Duty. If we ever play like, I'll play with my friends. If we ever play any of like the objective games like Domination or Hardpoint, I never do the objectives. I just run around killing people.
I'm
So-
that guy when you're playing and you see everyone run one way. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm going that way by myself.
So you're the Leroy Jenkins of your
yeah, but
Still one of the greatest videos.
It is,
that
hands
has ever
down.
happened. I wasn't even a WoW person, but that video.
I've watched that
It's so
on
great.
repeat.
Sabra, what are you playing right now?
Right now, I'm still playing Breath of the Wild. I've been taking my time with it, been doing a lot of the side missions. But, dude, that game is still just so good. Like, I can't wait for y'all to get a Switch. That's going to be the first game you guys have
Oh,
to get
definitely.
for it.
That's the only game I want. Really.
But
That snipper
you gotta
cuts
put a lot of
game
hours.
is
How many
pretty
hours you got into it, bro?
Man, I don't even know how many hours. But I know I'm 50% done with the game.
Damn.
Jesus, that's it.
Only that.
That's
yeah,
like an
it's a
Elder Scrolls
long game.
Like Jesus.
Oh man.
And, like, I take my time with Legend of Zelda games also. But
I mean, honestly, I can't say anything because. Oh, I mean, what else are you playing right now?
That's the
Oh,
only thing.
Yeah, because I'm still playing Far Cry, but I'm trying to do Justice Story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Far Cry is still one of my favorite games that's there. I have the 4th one, and I'll probably replay that. But I'm playing Far Cry, and I'm playing Pokemon Sun at the same time.
Okay.
Because I still have Event Dawn.
Right,
Event Zero Dawn. Event Zero Dawn.
There's no event.
Well,
Just say Horizon.
It's Horizon
All you
Zero
have to
Dawn.
say.
Shit.
There's no event.
It's still.
He's like, event? No. No.
This man's been getting the name wrong for like 2 months
He
now.
keeps calling it
There's
Event
an
Horizon, which is a movie from the
Isn't there
90s.
an event in there?
No, it's
Oh,
Horizon
shit.
Zero Dawn.
That was the place where
say
you got
Horizon.
it.
I've been telling you that for weeks. Just say Horizon.
No,
You'll get it.
I'm too stubborn.
I know.
The worst was like after we drank and then I went to GameStop to go buy it. The guy was like, "What game do you want?" I was like, "That one." I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like the chick with the dinosaurs and the robots. Like that's still in the seal packaging.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That was a fun game.
because
I think borrow it, dude.
Okay.
I'm trying
I
to
mean,
keep
you never
it to
give me
where
some.
I'm trying to keep it to where
Oh, you'll get it eventually.
I'm trying to keep to where I don't play another game until I beat the game
That's
that I'm
smart.
already on. Because if I keep doing that, then I'm gonna just
You're going to keep
take-
buying games and they're just
Yeah,
going to end up
they're
in
just gonna be
like,
like-
See, because of Horizon Zero Dawn and then Mass Effect, I still need to actually beat Uncharted 4. So
What?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that's the
I
best
was-
game I played this past calendar year. Is
Uncharted 4 is a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Honestly, you should just play Uncharted 4. You can finish that.
I'm-
Well, I finished the others. That's the thing. I'm not playing a video game right now
Oh,
because like I beat everything and then I started catching up on animes.
Oh,
so
okay.
I haven't been playing video games, but
so
I'm
hard to
playing
pick.
Uncharted
It's
4.
like, do I watch anime or do I play video
Yeah,
games?
exactly.
Yeah, like, especially after a long day of work.
It's-
Like, anime is just easier.
It is. It really is.
I try to play on Saturdays. Like those are like my video game
Mhm.
days.
Yeah, I'm at this point. Like I finished Mass Effect and Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I'm gonna finish Uncharted, and then really occasionally with some friends I play some Call of Duty. It looks like now I'll be doing some Overwatch here and there with Raj, so we'll see.
We're never going to see
But,
them again.
Nah, see, online games I can only do for a little bit. I get bored of them pretty quick.
Gotcha.
You know what? I'm
I'm a
like
single
that
player
now.
person. Yeah.
But like in college,
Oh, yeah.
when Halo was out, I played that nonstop.
Oh, same. Do you guys?
Did we
do
not
you
talk
guys
about
ever
Halo?
do,
Like Halo.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
mentioned it.
think
Yeah,
so.
I mentioned it because that was the game that.
That's the
got
reason
me.
why I
Best
got an
multiplayer
Xbox.
game out there.
Got Xbox.
Was I went to it was actually right after I moved to this area. One of the first friends I met at my high school in Colleyville, he invited me to another friend's sleepover because they were doing a LAN party, which I had no idea what the hell this was.
Oh, yeah, with the
and I go
Halo.
there and like literally they're all just playing Halo and connecting things up and like. The fuck up. And so we just start playing Halo and I'm like, oh my god, this game's amazing. So then I bought it and I was into Halo till Halo 3.
I've had all of them except for Halo Wars.
I haven't done the Halo Wars.
Don't do that. It's like more of a
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I don't like that
It
shit.
looks like an iPhone game.
Yeah.
I played all of them, but like the last one I was like
Fucking
hardcore
Boot Beach.
into was like Halo 2.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it.
Halo 2's multiplayer is still one of my favorite.
Yeah,
multiplayer.
when you start
Yeah.
dual wielding.
Remember when you
Oh,
used to
so
like you do like Halo parties where you link Xbox?
Yeah.
And you had like 28 people.
He
Oh,
just said that.
the LAN
Pay
party.
attention.
Just talking about.
Yeah.
He's too
You're
busy
busy,
watching
like,
the
flashing.
game.
Oh, I'm trying to watch the game here.
Oh god, yeah. I'm really excited because I feel like when E3 is happening, what, July probably?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Xbox needs to step
First
up.
year that it's
Xbox-
open to everyone.
Well, they're gonna lead off with Scorpio.
Which I really don't care. I want to see games because when what came out, when Zero Dawn came out, the Switch came out, and then Xbox had Halo Wars, which no one fucking plays. Which like I know it's a part of Halo, but
Yeah.
it's not the same hype as.
Oh, I think they hyped up Gears 4, right? That was their main.
But that was before Gears 4 has already been out.
yeah, I feel like at this point, like probably the next thing they hype up is probably going to be Destiny 2.
I don't
Oh,
even like
you're
Destiny.
See, I
I
like
like
Destiny.
Destiny.
Destiny's fun. It's just
I don't.
It ran out of content. And
Exactly.
It's a
But-
hit or miss game. It really is.
I'm hoping
It's
Destiny
good.
2 is better.
Like,
We'll
the
see.
story's, like,
when
okay.
it hits, it's good though.
But then
Like,
they got boring. Like you
Yeah.
can't continue playing
So-
that.
Yeah, the
So,
replay
like-
value's not there.
God of War is coming out. I'm a huge God of War fan.
God of War
That
is
is
a
the
fun game.
main reason I.
Four.
God of War. Yeah. That is the main reason I got a PlayStation is to play those games. And then so there's God of War, and then there's the Red Dead games.
Red Dead.
Dead
I
is so
am pretty
much
excited for the new
fun.
Red Dead. That's going to be good.
But I feel like that's a good stopping point because we've been going on and on for.
Yeah, I
video
mean,
games.
I'm sure we forgot other things, and
Yeah.
if we keep going, we're going to remember them, and we'll just be here all day.
But yeah, thanks for listening to us. We're like we said, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on SoundCloud, we're on iTunes, and I
Twitter.
think-
Power
we're
up
on-
HH.
always
Always
forget.
I always forget. Twitter. It's because you're in charge of that and you still fuck it up. But I'm pretty sure we'll go on Instagram soon so you can actually see what we look
Did
like.
you ever see PowerUp's Twitter like or follow things that aren't like related to video games? It's probably just because Raj doesn't realize he's
If
on
you
our
see
account.
Raj like a Power Up Twitter tweet, that's him switching accounts. Like
Boost it.
it works, man. All right, but thanks for listening, and we hope you all come back next week.
Till next
We're gonna
time.
have new stuff every week.
See ya.
Cheers.